Hi everyone, my name is Sufia. Today I'm going to discuss about avoiding cultural and communicative foxfaws. I'm from Indian culture, so there are a few common foxfaws that shouldn't make when in India. Point number one is don't assume you can use a person's first name while you're in India. In many part of the country, it's considered rude. The second point is take off your shoes at people's home, places of worship, or even in some shops and business. So, rule of thumb: if you see shoes near the door, assume you should take off yours too. And point number three: don't eat beef in front of some Indians, and don't accept or give anything with your left hand, and don't be offended by the debate. And especially when you're meeting someone in during the business, some cultural differences are very critical. So don't ignore hierarchy in the first place, and failure is not accepted as part of trying to do something and learning in the process. As a consequence, doing something or recommending something out of the norm may often not go well. So, whenever you're entering into a international market, whether to connect with a few new clients or hash out negotiation with the suppliers, it can be a nerve-wracking proposition for even the most serious business person. Every culture and its own set of nuance when it comes to the business. Even countries with seemingly similar culture might conduct business in completely different ways. So, how can you avoid committing a fox pause and potentially offending the foreign business partners when you're doing business abroad? So, successfully dealing with business partners in different parts the world begins with awareness. So, avoiding cultural blindness by assuming that everyone will do business in the same way you do. So, before meeting or talking with business associates from different culture, there are several areas of etiquette you should explore. Point number one, you might want to leave the jokes at home. Understand language expectations before communicate and be sensitive to language gaps on both ends of the conversation. Whether your business associates speaks your language or theirs, confusion can still be caused by unfamiliar expression or idioms or even jokes. So if you don't speak your business associates language, it can be polite to learn a new common greetings and expressions. Beware that some parts of the world, business people will not ask questions if they didn't understand something. So take care to be sure that you're answered all the questions and the language gaps haven't caused any confusion. Point number two, talk about body language. Body language norms vary greatly from one place to another. Some culture accepts a firm handshake, while other cultures would find the same handshake overly aggressive. In some countries, you could offend a business partner by being the first to extend your hand. Some culture leaving plenty of personal space when talking, while people in other culture will come in close while talking and get offended if they back away. So it is important to understand body language because simply practicing what's common in your business culture can lead to major offenses or mistrust in others. So the best way to handle on the nuance of a cultural body language in business setting is to talk to someone native to that culture. So, the point number three, you should know what type of meeting you're getting into before you attend the meeting. A conference table might be a universal symbol of business, but business isn't done the same way around conference tables around the world. So, know whether you're expected to arrive on time, early, or even little late to the meeting. So, know if you should take time to small talk with people in the meeting and what topics are considered acceptable. So avoid confusion on your part by understanding the meeting dynamics. In some culture, all meeting participants will speak up, while in others, one or two people authority will chime in. So you can find some great resource online to start get a handle on the specific etiquette of a country you'll be meeting with. So the point number four, regardless of how hungry you are, you may or may not want to finish that plate. So you would think that good table manners are universal, but they are far from it. There are many cultural nuances when it comes to food. No matter where you are, you always should accept food and drink when it's offered, but know the table of rules for culture you're traveling to. In Japan, for instance, you should never fill your own glass. In some countries, good manners dictates that you finish all the food on the plate, while in other countries, the host will take an empty plate as a sign that you are still hungry and they have failed to provide enough food. To get a handle on dining etiquette around the world, check out the helpful infographic. It's a good idea to walk through different stages of the meal with someone well versed in that specific culture ahead of your travel as well. So, point number five, when gifting, gift and giving, it's more than just thought that counts. So while it's not the norm in United States or Canada and many parts of the world, new business partners will give and expect to receive a gift. Do your research in advance to know whether a gift is expected and what type of gift are considered appropriate. If you will be receiving a gift, know what the etiquette is for receiving it. In many gift giving cultures, the gift should be received with both hands and shouldn't be opened on the spot unless you're asked to open it by a giver. If you're sending a gift from abroad, be mindful of importing customs and don't saddle the gift receiver with the duties on arrival. Point number six, brush up every day. Very cultural nuance around the world. There are a host of the cultural nuance that are unique to individual places. How you receive a business card can be crucial in some cultures, and some others having specific dress requirements. You will want to be aware of any specific cultural nuance that exists in your business destination. Trying to learn all of the finer points of business culture can be overwhelming. Some internet research can turn up a lot of information, though, if you're going to be spending a lot of time in a particular country or region, you should want to take a course or invest in book on a business culture in that area. So gather intercultural information about a target market you can use to make decision and build a strong relationship after you choose the best possible source of resources. Sign up for quick, flexible intercultural competence online workshop, and the best outcome of understanding cultural differences to come to a middle ground where both parties can show understanding and respect for each other's culture. I hope this video gives you a basic point to avoid cultural and communicating faux pas that can be applied in business negotiation. So, and there are some general tips I would like to bring here considering a cross culture negotiation situation. It is very important to accept the cultural differences and see the negotiation with a win win outcome in mind instead of a zero sum results where one party wins and other party loses. So it is also important to recognize basic business communication problems including etiquette, dress, appearance, and greetings. And also it's essential to be very patient and accept there will be ambiguity in these cross culture communications and situations, acknowledging the importance of being aware and showing the understanding. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.